there was a snake. It wiggled and I leaped and fell and bruised my bottom half.
Well, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Young children reading fluently. Of course, not every child is reading at proficient levels, but there are some steps that you can take to help get them there. Right in time for back to school, in our Parent Teacher Corner, we're launching a 4-part series of reports called Literacy Learning Tools for Success. We'll examine ways to help your child become a better reader from the very beginning. Leading that charge this morning are Dr. Michele Dufresne, literacy consultant and author at Pioneer Valley Books, and Rob Monson. You might remember him. He's been with us before. Past president, National Association of Elementary School Principals. Welcome to the both of you.
Great to be back on the Balancing Act.
Oh, listen, he's just a professional now. I like that. All right. The learning game. I have to tell you, for me as a parent, I've seen it change from when I was a kid. I have 3 boys, all under the age of 11. And I have to tell you, I think that with their learning, it does seem to be a little bit tougher these days. Right?
I think it is more challenging. I think for many reasons. We've become a much more global society,
very true.
And I think that our expectations for everyone to become literate is much higher in order for us to compete globally. And so the pressure on schools and teachers and parents is to make sure that every child becomes a really proficient reader.
I found with my son, who just turned 5, he's now pretty much expected to know how to read before he gets to kindergarten, which that wasn't the case when I was growing up.
I've always been an advocate for early childhood. Started it in my school. Not that I wanted kids into school earlier at a younger age, but just wanted them exposed to good teaching and to the concepts and ideas that were there.
And I think a lot of that, you and I have talked about this, as parent involvement, making sure parents get involved in their child's education at home to make them better students at school. And I want to start with the basics here. We're focusing on the beginning reader, right? And help the beginning reader learn to succeed. What is the normal sequence for children learning to read?
Reading is a language-based process, so it becomes at birth. When you start talking to your little baby, they're learning things that are going to be useful for them later when they begin to read. And you want to read to your children. I know all parents have heard that over and over again, but it really is important. The more books they hear, the more likely they are to be able to understand how books work. And then, believe it or not, children can actually start reading books before they know all their letters and sounds, and will begin to learn their letters and sounds as they're reading those books.
Interesting.
So get books into your children's hands.
I love that. Love, love, love that. Rob, what are you hearing from parents and from teachers about the need for children developing these good reading skills at an early age?
If you watch children, especially when they pick up these electronic devices, the icons that they relate to, and that's how reading starts, is they're looking at pictures in books, and then they associate it with the words on the page, and you know, they're reading to themselves by looking at the pictures, and eventually the text follows.
How important is it then to be that motivator as a parent? I know we touched on it, but I don't think we can stress enough that it really does start at home.
Well, in anything you do, motivation is key, whether it's piano lessons or reading. If the children aren't driven to do it and we don't encourage them, it's probably not going to happen. So reading is one of those things, and it's such an important foundation in all learning that you really need to get your children motivated, find what they're interested in, and really push them.
Well, we checked out some of the Pioneer Valley books, and I love them. I have them here right now. If you want to take a look at them, here they are. I think that these books, as I was looking through them, can be really motivating for kids.
Yes, we've worked really hard to create characters and plots that are going to be really entertaining and engaging for children that are at a young age. They're really geared towards your preschool through early grade 3 children, and they just love our characters. Bella and Rosie, our dogs, are extremely popular.
And I understand that Bella and Rosie are in the house, real stars of the show. Come on out,
Come on, guys. Come here.
Oh, look how cute they are.
Come here. Oh, there we go.
They smell good. They got groomed like the first day of school. Our class pictures.
Yes.
And I love the fact that I can see how they can engage kids in person, but also even in the books. So terrific stuff. Thanks so much for coming by. Good to see you again. Great to meet you.
Thanks for having us.
Great to meet you, Bella and Rosie. See you again soon, okay? Looking at me like you are not my mother. Anyway, in our next segment, we'll give you an at-home assessment and show you how to determine the right level of book for your child. In the meantime, to find out more on helping your child read more fluently, just visit the website. It's pioneervalleybooks.com.